Hi everyone, Hannah here to bring in the new season. No, not of whatever show you're watching. I'm going to be doing a winter makeup tutorial. The look I'm going to be showing you is great for parties, going out, and for those really cold days where you can really blend in, especially if you're like really pale like me. I know you might not be able to tell. Who am I kidding? You guys can tell. It'll really emphasize your look. So let's get started. All the products I'm using will be listed down below. And yeah, since this is a look I don't often use, I am going into my special makeup bag. This is the bag I use for special occasions or makeup I don't often use. So we're going to use some stuff from this one, as well as some stuff from this, my usual makeup bag. So the first thing we're going to start off with is priming our face. I don't quite have a primer, so what I'm going to use is my BB cream. We're going to be moving on to the rest of the face. We're just going to start off with a basic foundation. Right, once your foundation is done, you're going to move on to the contouring of your face. And a little trick I found, because it's kind of, some bronzers can be expensive, you can just go with a darker foundation, and I say go with a good 2 shades darker than your actual skin tone. Since I'm really pale, I'm going with a pretty regular look. And may I just say, this stuff smells amazing. Like, it smells like soap. I love it. But before that, I like to contour first. And I'm running really low on this stuff, but this stuff works great. I'm using my concealer. And you guys have seen this many of my videos. I need to get some new stuff, but I love it. Make sure you blend this stuff in quickly though, because it does dry soon. I like to use my fingers for this part because it's just easier. But if you want to use your foundation brush or something, let's go. Get on your Cupid's bow. If you so choose, is to use the bronzer that you have. Now, since the stuff I have comes out pretty quickly, I usually take what's in the cap. I'm contouring my double chin because I have a double chin. I'm contouring my double chin because I have a double chin. Now I'm gonna set this in using a powder. I've been using this because it's good for your skin. However, for the look, you want to get like this is a paler color, my cream matte powder. So I'm just gonna use some of this. One, this will make the look set. Also, since it's in a paler shade, I'll just give you that nice, more dramatic effect later. If you see my cat, I'm sorry. She has not been on YouTube in a while since she's had babies. Now we're going to move on to the blush, which is probably one of my favorite parts of doing it. I'm going to be using this. So it gives you some nice shades. Now you can sometimes if you want your cheeks to be a little rosier, or you're going to go more pinks, but I like to keep it a little more on the natural side. That way it's not too dramatic. Because if you're out in the cold, then your cheeks are already going to get a little on the rosier side. So what I do is I'll take most of the pinks and then I'll put more of the peach on top of it. Now I don't know if the camera is catching this, but you can see it's pretty darn pink. Next part will be the eyebrows. I'm taking this because this comes in that great natural colors, also as well as my my brow thing. Which hold on, my gosh. No, it doesn't matter if they're too thick because you're gonna go back with some concealer. And remember, don't freak out if one has an arch and one doesn't. You can try your best, but remember, eyebrows are not twins; they are sisters. What I like to do is I like to go over the parts I just did with this darker brown shade. I'm just going to tell you guys, this is eyeshadow, but it works terrifically. It really sets in the brow liner quite nicely. Like, this is great if you're like brunette or blonde or whatever. I'm going to use this shade here to make it more like natural looking, like blend it in, like right around here. Now we're going to go back to our concealer, and we're going to fix up any mistakes. You can also use some makeup remover, but only like little touches of it, and you only need a little bit. Now that you have that done, if it's not blended out well enough, then make sure you blend it out. Next part we're going to do is we're going to brush it out to make it a little, to really bring out the hair. Gonna start off with the comb, brush it up. And then you're supposed to take this part to brush it out. I don't know why I like to do it with the more blended. But you know what, that's just me. If you're worried about, now if you're worried about any smudging or, you know, messing up the makeup you put into your eyebrows, then you can do this first. Or if you're like me and you think it might help, then you can do this last. Okay, so that's the look so far. As you can tell, my eyebrows are pretty intense, but that is not because of this tutorial. It's because I have really thick, really dark eyebrows. And my cheeks are pretty pink, if you can see that. Now we're going to move on to one of my favorite parts, which will be the eyes. Now, like I said, this is an eyeshadow, so we're going to be taking this. We're going to take our eyeshadow brush. Now this is for more of a natural effect, so if you want more of a smokier look, I'm definitely going to be posting, I'll definitely have a smoky eye tutorial that's more dramatic than this, but this will give you more of a natural smoky eye, if that makes any sense to you. So we're going to start with the darkest, and when I do this is I will put now if you have trouble with this, keep it at a good angle, and use something like the card, because that is a problem a lot of people have, and that's and to keep it at an angle, people would use a card or a tissue. And I recommend if you have that issue and you do this thing, well, you just be really careful like what I'm doing. Okay, now we're going to move on to this color here, which I'm going to blend into this color, but not completely. Now, if you do it a different way, like you like to start off the base or lightest color first, by all means go ahead. But this is something I like to do because it's simply in order and easier for me to go by. Taking this color next, it's more of a beige color, and that's just gonna go already. Now, since I have no issue with messing up these three, since they're all going to blend more into each other, I use this single brush here. But for this paler color, I'm going to use the sponge that comes with, because I don't really need a brush. But if you do, then I recommend going with a smaller brush or something. But I recommend before you get to that, you make sure that this is cleaned out, or if you have a spare eyeshadow brush. I also do with this because I put it on my upper brow. And if you can, like, if you feel like I did, just smudge it into below your borderline. And don't put this away quite yet because we're going to come back to it. Next part will be the eyeliner. Okay, I have 3 different types of eyeliner. I have a light blue kohl, a white kohl, and a regular black. What I'm going to start off with is the white kohl, and I'm going to put this on your waterline. Now, if you're scared to get to it, then skip this step because it's not a step that's for everybody. The next one you're going to use, I recommend using the light blue, or if you have a navy, go with navy, because there's another stuff that goes with this light blue. Because I was a dumbass and didn't go for the navy, I just grabbed the first blue I saw. You're gonna put this right around here. Don't worry worry if it gets in your bottom lashes, because when you get to your mascara, it's just going to blend out. Like I said, there's a step we're just going to go with it. That step is you're going to take some black eyeshadow or a darker eyeshadow. You're going to take an angled brush and you're just going to blend it in with that light blue if you got a light blue. If you didn't and you got a navy blue, then good for you. I'm not going to keep it this shade. Oh, by the way, you can put away your black eyeshadow. And we're going to move on to the black eyeliner. Remember, do not go crazy with black eyeliner. If you can with this, keep it closer to your lash line, but I have problems with that, so I'm not going to preach to you about it. I'm just saying, if you can, do it. If you can't, whatever, play it off. If you made any mistakes, take your smudger or either your smudger brush or the part that comes with your eyeliner, depending on what kind you got, and you can just easily smudge those away. Now, this here, what I just did, that is not for everyone. If your eyes are a little closer together, then just keep that light. But if you have more standard eyes like I do, like I have a very standard kind of face, then feel free to do so. And you can also do this if you have more of an overlap. So yeah. And if you want to ignore me, then ignore me. I'm not a professional. Alright, now you're going to take this and your angled brush. You're going to take the darker shade, and to really set in the eyeliner, you're going to make it just look a little more, more blended into your eyeshadow, but while having the eyeliner effect. Just take a shade, preferably the darker shade, and go over the top. If you want, you can even do the bottom. I recommend doing if you had blue, if you had like a light blue and going over with black eyeshadow, I recommend that, only to make it more of a navy. And you can begin to blend in, but I don't recommend going in all the way. If you want to give it a try, then feel free to do so. If you don't think it does anything, then it probably doesn't. I just like to do that. Because I'm allergic to the liquid eyeliners, and I think when you have like an angled brush and the Maybelline Define-A-Line eyeliner, which really goes on really smoothly, and you use like an eyeshadow of some sort, it gives more of the liquid effect, but in a more matte way. Now, I don't like how dramatic these are, so I'm going to take this little section here with my eyeshadow brush. Now, I know what I said earlier about how I want to keep it clean off. You just take a little part, then it shouldn't be a big deal. And I'm going to go over the eyeshadow to just soften things up. Just a tap. That way it's still dramatic, but it's not too dramatic. And it's also helpful if you use this if you feel like you've made mistakes somewhere. The next part we're going to use, which I actually got from another YouTuber, and I love her videos, I love her makeup, and there will be a link provided to that one, just in case you don't like what I did. Now with this, it's a pretty cool effect. It's more of a velvety red lip kind of look. It's really nice, and I recommend using more of matte colors or just sticking with lip liners, that way it's not smudging, or just don't go out to dinner with it. Down first. You're gonna get red one first. Now also, if you don't want to do the velvety look, then I recommend going for a darker, more plum color. But I like more of redders. I like more red shades, so I tend to have more red colors, and I can't afford any new lipstick, so this one I'm using. Unless it's just pretty cool. I'm gonna take the darker lip liner and I'm just going to go more around the edges to give it more of that velvety and also like a slightly more intense look. As you go, blend it in with either like a smudger or a lip brush. If you think this look is a little too intense, then I recommend going out with some red lipstick. It can be I find that the red lipstick also kind of blends it in a little better. The great thing about this is that it'll make your teeth look a little whiter, and if you've been whitening your teeth, I started whitening my teeth, but I haven't recently. It's just gonna make your teeth look really white. See? And yeah, that's the tutorial. Pretty dramatic, and it looks super great. If you're not really into the whole dramatic thing for winter, then I'm sure there are more. You can like to stick to more of natural colors, maybe more blues, like blue eyeliner and blue eyeshadow. They'll look just as good for the winter. Or maybe even a literal makeup tutorial that involves more blues and whites and purples. But for right now, this is just something to really bring in a colder season with colder features that will make pale people like me look super intense. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my makeup tutorial. I am so sorry I forgot to do this last part, my lashes. So I'm going to, sorry, I got rid of my setup. Just gonna curl my lashes. For this, I'm just going to use some basic eyeliner. If you want to add false lashes, then feel free to do so. I'm not, because I just don't have the time. I can't believe I forgot to do this. I'm sorry for being blinded by my lights. I had to go somewhere that was nicely lit, and this was the best place. Okay, so yeah, again, really sorry about that. Oh, I was just in a rush because I was already running late, and I'm so sorry. Bye.